Hey guys, what's up? Thank you so much for being here. If you guys are new to my channel, then welcome. My name is Frida. If you've never been here, but that was embarrassing. Anyways, you guys get the point. It's going to be an anti-haul, so basically I'm just gonna be telling you guys all about makeup products that I am not interested in buying. Sorry if you hear his little nails tiptoeing in the background. If you guys have never been to my channel before, Brutus makes all sorts of noises in all of my videos. I can't help it. I just kind of learned to just stick my dogs in there. Tank barks, Brutus farts, hello. And I'm casually just in front of my closet because I don't really have a cool background. This is my household, so welcome to my videos. Today's video is going to be an anti-haul, and I'm just going to tell you guys about makeup products that I am not buying. Just a little disclaimer, because I'm going to just go ahead and say that in every And anyways, I just wanted to do a little disclaimer. Just because I don't like something does not mean that you shouldn't like it, or just because I don't like something doesn't mean that I'm judging you for liking something. Like, don't get offended just because I don't want it or just because I'm not purchasing it. I'm just telling you guys why and, you know, my own opinions. And I think my own opinions should be respected on my channel. Okay? Okay. So if you guys are interested on hearing about those makeup products that I am not buying, then go ahead and keep on watching. I don't have time for easily offended people. Okay, so my phone just froze. So I'm just gonna go through Trend Mood's Instagram. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically like the 411 on makeup. Is that right? Is that the right term, 411? It's just all about like all the hot new products that are coming out, and so basically I'm just gonna go on here and just tell you guys what I'm not buying. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the Too Faced Chocolate Gold Palette. And what that palette looks like is this right here. I have Final Cut Pro, so I can't like paste a picture like right here because I'm not like fancy like that. I just have iMovie, so sorry about that. I'm just gonna zoom you guys in. But basically, these colors just don't really call my name. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4 matte shades from what I can see, and the rest are all shimmers. And like majority of all these shimmers I have, the only one that I'd say I don't have is like that bright pink in the middle. But besides that, I have all the shimmers and I have all the mattes. So I don't really need this. And then like, just those colors don't really call my name. Not really interested in it. I don't know. I've never gotten a chocolate bar palette either from Too Faced, so I'm just like not on the bandwagon of those. I know some of you guys, like if you get a chocolate bar palette, you have to have all the chocolate bar palettes, and that's totally understandable. That's how I am with Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have all her palettes, so I don't blame you guys if you want to get this. It's a beautiful palette, but those colors just don't call my name. And I don't really need an all shimmer palette. I just recently got one from Urban Decay, so. Next item is the Electro Pop Kevyn Aucoin palette, and it just looks like this. Personally, I'm just not really like digging those colors all together. They're very beautiful shades like separately, and I still feel like I have all these shades. Like there's really no shimmer shades that I don't have in my collection. And I know there's a lot of companies that are coming out with all shimmer palettes now, which is a great idea. But like I said, I just got that Urban Decay Heavy Metals palette, so it's hard for me to look at these all shimmer ones and be like, ooh, yeah, I need that because I just got one. So personally, I'm not really interested in that. These two palettes are kind of in the same collection, and it's a Kylie Cosmetics Holiday Collection, and it's the Naughty and Nice palettes. I've never gotten any eyeshadow palettes or any products from Kylie Jenner, for all that matters, or Kylie Cosmetics. Heard they're not really that great. I've heard like iffy reviews on them, and that's not why I'm getting it. I'm not getting it because I do feel like a lot of these colors, I'm going to show you guys. So this is the Nice palette. And then this is the Naughty palette. I feel like these palettes were kind of meant to like, not copy the Subculture palette and the Prism palette, but they remind me a lot of it. There's certain different shades in here, but like the electric red that's called Saint Nick, I personally would never use that. I already have a golden yellow, I already have a dark silver, I already have that like deep maroon color. I already have, like, a lot of these are in between the Subculture and the Prism palette. So again, I don't really need it. I feel like I already have that in the Subculture and Prism palette. I don't know if anybody else feels like they're kind of overlapping that and kind of copying it, but I do see some similarities. So personally, I will not be getting that one. Next product is also an eyeshadow palette, and it's the Nars Wanted eyeshadow palette, and it just looks like this. It's all warms, it's all your cranberries. And this palette is literally, hold on, let me just whip it out for you guys. This palette just basically reminds me a lot of this palette right here, which is the Laura Lee Cat's Pajamas palette. There's a bone white shade in both of them. There is a tan color in both of them. There's an orange color in both of them. There's a rosy, like pinky color in both of them. You know, it's just overlapping shades, and then there's a black in both of them too. So just personally, I'm really not interested. It looks the exact same as this palette to me, so once again, I don't need two of those. It's a beautiful palette, don't get me wrong, but if you guys already have those warmer shades, like even the Jaclyn Hill palette has all of these shades in it. Every single one of them. If you guys go out and buy these palettes, like I know they may look so tempting and they're so beautiful and so pigmented, but look at the palettes you guys already have, because like, I promise there are so many similar shades in the Jaclyn Hill palette. Let me just whip it out so I can show you guys. So in the Narcissus palette, there is a bone white shade, and there's a bone white shade in this one. There's a cranberry red shade right here, and there's a cranberry red shade right here. There's a black and a dark brown. I don't know if that's a dark brown or a black, but whatever it is, it's in this palette as well. There's like a really, really cool toned but goldish shimmery color, and there's like two cool toned shimmery colors right here. There's like a deeper red color, and there's deeper red colors right here. Like, it's just the exact same thing, so I don't need two of those. Most of these products are just personally because I already own them. It's not because I'm not like, oh, I hate that brand, or like, I don't like the quality of it. Like, most of them are really, really good palettes, but I already own majority of these colors in my collection, so that's why I'm just not indulging in them. The next palette is a Too Faced White Chocolate Bar palette. Like I said, I've never owned chocolate bar palettes, so if you guys are a collector, that's great for you guys because you have plenty of them coming out. But this one particularly looks like this, and it just has a lot of pastel shades in it. That's the only thing that kind of worries me. Like, I love pastel shades. This looks like a beautiful palette to me, but sometimes I feel like pastel shades don't show up on the eyes and they aren't as pigmented. I like smokier eyes and deeper eyes rather than like pinks and blues and, you know, just like baby pinks and baby blues. I'll do like a royal blue, but sometimes like a baby blue doesn't really show up on the eyes. And I don't know, I feel weird about this palette. There aren't many that are calling my name. There's a lot of neutrals in there, but again, the only color I think I don't have in this palette is like that mint chocolate color. But besides that, oh, and maybe that lavender cake color, but that's what I'm talking about with like the pastels. I feel like they're just not gonna show up, and if they do, I don't really think I would have a wearable look with those shades. That's why I'm not getting that one. Another palette that I am not getting is a highlighting palette, and this is from Kat Von D. It's their Metal Crush palette, and the packaging is beautiful and those shades look beautiful, but I don't really wear pink highlighters, and the other two colors I just have already. So I don't really need to buy highlighters that I already own, so I just won't be getting that one. Personally, I'm not into like holographic highlighters. I own one, and I wore it for like one cool makeup look for like a festival inspired makeup look, but that was it. Like, that was really it. I will never go into that one. I didn't realize it was holographic when I bought it. Cool highlighter, but I just don't wear holographic things. Every palette in the world has just been made, and it's hard to find ones that are like different. I don't know. It's hard to find palettes. Oh shit, I just broke Damn, that was a long one. I just want to go ahead and say a quick prayer to the succulent. You are a good succulent. Thank you so much for being in my life. I wish you the best. I know you're going to a good place and a good home. All right, I'm gonna bury you in here with your brothers and sisters. Except they're still alive and you're not. But for some reason, it's just not calling my name. Like, the way that this palette looks, I'm not like drawn to it. It's not like, oh my God, I have to have that in my life. But it also may be just because I just got an Urban Decay Heavy Metals palette, and this has, I mean, mostly, no, okay, well, it has mostly all shimmers except for 2 shades. So I just don't really think it's a good time for Urban Decay to come out with more shimmers because they just gave us shimmers. But you just, I mean, people spend so much money on makeup palettes, and I am very guilty of it, but I try now to just look at them and say, so what do I have in my collection? Do I already have that color? I look at the palette not as a whole, but I look at it with color by color. Am I going to use that color? Yes or no? Is the quality really worth the money? Yes or no? Do I already have those colors in my collection? Yes or no? Is this palette going to be used every single day? Yes or no? Those are just some questions that I ask myself when I'm going through this kind of stuff.
Well, I don't mean for this to be negative.
So BH Cosmetics came out with a palette with Marvin Magnificent. And it's basically like a unicornish palette, and I already bought the My Little Pony palette from ColourPop. I only bought that palette because it does have a lot of like good wearable shades, but now this palette is gorgeous as well. I don't know, I'm over the kitty packaging. Like after seeing My Little Pony packaging, I'm just like over the unicorn, over My Little Pony, and I love unicorns, don't get me wrong, I love unicorns, but they just like over the top did it this past year with makeup. Like makeup has just taken over unicorns, and I just don't like it. So I have one more collaboration slash product to talk to you guys about, and this is the MAC and Jade Jagger collaboration palette, lipstick, blush, whatever it is. And so basically one of the eyeshadow palettes looks like that, and then the other eyeshadow palette has these like blues and silvers, and both of them are beautiful, but I'm not a fan of like dark navy blues. They just, I don't know, like dark colors on my eyes just make it look like I literally have a black eye, and they just make my eyes look super tiny, so I don't wear super dark shades like that. So I probably wouldn't use that one. And then the warm gold, brown, reddish kind of colors, I have all those in my collection again, so I wouldn't get that one. And then they have a blush slash bronzer mix, which I never really like blush and bronzer mixes. I just feel like you need to have one pan for a bronzer and one pan for a blush. I don't know. I just feel like that's weird. And then her lipstick, it just seems a little too dark for me. I'm not really into like dark, deep mauve tones. It just does not look good with my skin tone, so I definitely wouldn't use that lipstick either. I'm just not really interested in that collection just because it's just things that I wouldn't really wear, or things that wouldn't really look good with my skin tone. If there's some things that you agreed with or disagreed with, or you know, things that you are buying or that you have bought and you really like from those things that I listed, go ahead and tell me down below if you really think that I should, you know, just at least look into it, or if they're one of your ride or die products. I'd be really interested to see those things. So yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to see, leave that down in the comment section below as well. I'd love your suggestions. And don't forget to subscribe while you guys are here. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!